Welcome to the Grizzled Geek in Review for March 10th, 2017.
And I'm back.
And Doug is back from vacation. Welcome back.
Thanks.
And you're going to have James filling in for you.
Yeah.
You could probably hear Doug this time. So,
Yeah, hopefully.
in top movie news this week, David Harbour, everyone's favorite 80s sheriff, and, speech, was it the SAG Award speech he gave?
Yeah.
Yeah, speechwriter, everyone's favorite speechwriter and 80s sheriff, is in talks to play Cable in Deadpool 2.
That's interesting. I have trouble shifting away from the sheriff to see him as Cable.
Right, yeah.
Because his look in Stranger Things doesn't lend itself to Cable. However, he does have the size.
Yeah, he's got the build.
And people can bulk up for movie roles.
Right.
Nowadays, the training regimens they have and the nutrition experts and stuff like that, people bulk up for movie roles all the time. So, hey, he could be really cool.
I think I like him as an actor. The criticism I've heard is that he's not old enough, but, I mean...
You can fix that, too.
You can fix that. Also, in other casting news, speaking of Deadpool 2, Zazie Beetz from Atlanta... Well, not from Atlanta, but from the TV show. She might be from Atlanta. I don't know.
Yeah.
Has been cast as Domino in Deadpool 2.
Okay.
This is coming from a tweet from Ryan Reynolds himself.
That's cool.
So
it's official.
It's official. Well, it's official as Ryan Reynolds' Twitter is. So he's in charge of it. So if he's tweeting it, then it's got to be true.
Yep.
Also, we have our first look at Black Bolt and, kind of Lockjaw, kind of a large dog-shaped blue thing in pictures. So the previs.
And this is for the
Lockjaw.
Inhumans television series.
Right. Just a couple weeks ago, we were talking about, hey, this is coming out in the fall. They should get started on this.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're deep in it. We'll have a full cast list down below for you to check out. But everybody's been cast now, so filming's underway.
Okay.
Got set photos. Black Bolt, he looks pretty cool. He doesn't have his mask on, but he's in black. That's the main thing.
So you don't have the tuning fork on his head?
No tuning fork on his head yet. Well, I mean, it might. We'll see. But I'm excited about Inhumans. I'm excited about seeing it, in theaters, and then it's going to be weird how it works. Wonder if you miss it in the theaters, whether you're going to be able to catch up on the series. Because the first 2 episodes are going to be released in IMAX.
Oh, really?
In theater. You didn't know this? All right.
No, that's interesting.
Doug's been gone. He's been missing the news. No, the interesting thing about Inhumans is the first 2 episodes are going to be a movie that's going to be released in IMAX in September. In the beginning of September.
Okay.
At the end of September, it's going to pick up with episode 3 on ABC. So
that's interesting. Yeah,
we're kind of getting a movie, kind of getting a TV series. You know?
That's kind of a first. I
never heard of it happening before.
Doing something like that, and just kind of slipped it in.
Yeah.
A month or 2 months before they have another movie.
Yeah. So,
it's
not really a full. I mean, it's just gonna be an IMAX release only, so it's not gonna be a full theater release.
Okay.
They'll probably. I'm gonna guess they're gonna re-air them on when the series starts.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see what happens there. We also got recent Thor Ragnarok update. We got some photos from the movie. It's Entertainment Weekly article about it.
Yeah.
We got to see Kate Blanchett as Hela with very emo makeup.
Yeah. She looks good, though.
She does look good.
She looked just like the comic.
Yes.
Hela. I like that.
Green screen spandex and all. Looks. Got a picture of Valkyrie. We got Thor's new hairdo. His short do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it looks cool. And he's got the the red paint on his face.
Yeah,
like he's
gladiator style.
All gladiatored out. Yeah.
We also got a brief synopsis of a part of it anyway, a story synopsis. My phone. But
and basically Act 1.
Act 1, basically. So if you don't like synopsis, you don't want any kind of. It's not really spoilery. It's just a synopsis of the movie. But if you don't want to hear anything, skip ahead a few minutes in this. But it's basically Thor goes back to Asgard, as basically picking up where he left off in Age of
Ultron, where he's like, hey, somebody's messing with us. I'm going to go find out what's going on.
And Loki apparently finds out that there's more to ruling Asgard than, just the title. And apparently his slip-ups allow Hela to escape whatever prison she's in.
Or something along those lines.
She banishes Thor to Sakaar, which is Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
which instead of the Red King Emperor, it's ruled by the Grand Master, Jeff Goldblum Grand Master, who, trivia, is brother to the Collector.
Yeah, or at least, philosophically.
Well, yeah, I guess those are actually related or not.
And they did a good job of the costuming looking similar to.
Yes.
So you can tell there's some sort of relationship between the two. In the comics, they're elders of the universe.
Yeah.
And who knows how this is going to play in it. In the comic universe, the Grandmaster won a game of chance against death to make himself and all the other elders of the universe immortal, so they can't die. So whether or not he'll have that sort of relationship with Hela somehow, would be interesting to see.
So he ends up on Sakaar. He meets up with Valkyrie, who recognizes him, who's like a hard drinking gladiator. I don't know what she's from. Asgard, but
one would presume, that she would have to be.
And she introduces him to the Grand Master, and he ends up being forced into the gladiatorial arena where he faces, surprise, surprise, the Hulk as a gladiator. If you know anything about Planet Hulk, you know this was coming. It's not a big shock, but and then from there it becomes a buddy flick where they team up and go on a cosmic road trip to find Odin and defeat Hela.
Yeah, the one thing that's weird is the post-credit scene of Doctor Strange seemed to indicate that we were going to pick up with Thor and Loki in New York.
Yeah.
Looking for...
He's got long hair in that scene.
So, yes, he does.
So
it's before he loses his hair, and he meets up with Doctor Strange, and, hey, they're in New York looking for Odin for some reason. They think he's in New York. Yeah. That has to happen before he gets banished by Hela.
You would figure. Yeah.
So,
it has to.
So we're not sure how that
There's also some concept art of Hela in New York.
Oh, is there?
So that might be where she comes out and banishes him.
Maybe. Okay.
Who knows? Right. But we'll see. We went from knowing nothing about this movie, other than a few prop pieces we saw at Comic-Con last year, to
and some jokes.
And some jokes. Reels. Yeah, joke reels. To an info dump from this Entertainment Weekly article. So looking forward to it. I'm really excited about this movie. As y'all know, I'm a big Hulk fan. So
and Thor's my favorite character.
So we'll definitely be there, and we'll definitely review it. And last bit of entertainment news, casting-wise, we're going to get Ra's al Ghul, and actually racially appropriate Ra's al Ghul this time. Alexander Siddig from Deep Space Nine fame, from Game of Thrones. Dr. Bashir himself is going to be playing Ra's al Ghul, albeit...
Unfortunately in Gotham.
In Gotham, but...
Which I don't know. I heard early on that it was a good show. I don't know if it stayed good. I guess the Joker thing that happened recently was really popular. It's just I'm not interested in a show about the city Batman's from.
Without Batman
and all of the Batman's rogues gallery. Without Batman. It
suffers a little bit from like what Smallville did, where the rest of the universe is being established without Superman. But at least that one had Superman in it. He wasn't Superman yet, but it had him in it.
Yeah, this
is just got Batman as a kid. I don't know. I hear it's good. I've watched the first season and didn't follow through after that, but we'll see.
Oh, and still in the entertainment news, but switching over to the TV front. I guess we did a little bit of TV with the Inhumans. We've got some early not kind reviews of Iron Fist.
They've not. This is the first Netflix Marvel series that wasn't critically acclaimed. Early reviews are in, and they're not favorable at all. A couple of them here. Variety said, not one element of this plotting piece works. The action scenes lack spark, snap, and originality. Only the first 6 episodes have been reviewed so far, but they've not been popular. Hollywood Reporter says, Iron Fist feels like a step backwards on every level. A major disappointment that already suffers from storytelling issues through the first 6 episodes. Not good. And one final one. We got this covered, reviewed it, and it says, this is easily the least compelling Marvel Netflix series so far. So, I've loved every Netflix Marvel series so far. I'm going to give it a shot, obviously.
We got next Friday it comes out.
Yeah, so we'll watch it.
Start watching it right away, binge on it that weekend probably.
And hopefully it's just what the first 6 episodes suffer from. Hopefully it picks up from there.
Well, I mean, they're not long series, so that's half of the.
That's half the half the season.
And I mean, maybe if we're lucky, these reviewers. Often, I don't care for what critics have to say. I mean, it's one thing when everybody pans a movie,
yes,
then or a show or something, then you may be in some trouble. But I'll give it a try and give it the benefit of the doubt, and maybe it's just Marvel set the bar too high, and what would have been an all right show or even a good show, just was eclipsed by the other shows in the universe. I don't know. We'll see. I've always liked Iron Fist as a background character, so I've never really gotten into any of the series where he was the main figure. Yeah. He was always a supporting character who came in with a little bit of wisdom and trained the people. Yeah. Like if you read the not very good Avengers versus X-Men crossover that just happened a few years ago where the Phoenix Force was involved. He actually was involved in that, where he trained the Scarlet Witch and the whatever version of Rachel Summers or Hope Summers, I think it was her name. One of the many Summers descendants from the future who comes back to house the Phoenix Force or whatever. So he was involved in that story, but he wasn't the main thrust. So we'll see how it works. Yeah. The one problem I see early on here is everything they've showed us so far seems very Arrow-ish or very Batman. Well, not very much Batman in that. I mean, he's rich and whatever, but very Arrow.
He's an orphan.
He's an orphan. He comes back from everybody thinks he's dead, and he's a martial.
But he actually has superpowers, though. He's got the Iron Fist.
Which is different. So I don't know.
We'll see. We'll review it. We'll see once we have it out. We'll binge watch it and tell you how it is. But early reviews are not positive. All right, and in toy news, a really cool bit of news here. Larry Hama, who's a comic book industry veteran, who in the 80s wrote and drew most of the G.I. Joe comics, is getting his own G.I. Joe action figure. Cool. The project was kickstarted by a friend of Larry's to honor him. It almost immediately reached its goal. We're getting one.
Nice. I'd like one.
Yeah, exactly. If you want one, the Kickstarter's ends March 27th. So you got a little bit of time, a week to get on there, but go support Larry and get a cool action figure.
All right. In comics news, we've got an official lineup, I guess, for the Astonishing X-Men. It's going to be Old Man Logan, Rogue, Gambit, Archangel, Psylocke, Mystique, Bishop, and Phantom X. And the cool thing I like about this lineup is these are the X-Men who are willing to push the edge. Yeah, they're the more gritty X-Men who are, willing probably to go a little further than would be typical. Kind of harkens back to the X-Force title where that they launched that was, like Wolverine with a team of like dirty ops kind of guys.
Yeah. But it's got Gambit in it, so
he's a good character.
Everybody, younger generation loves Gambit. All right, moving on to games. IDW Games has just acquired rights to our classic Atari video game board games.
Nice.
Based on that property, they've announced so far Centipede, Asteroids, and Missile Command. The board games are supposed to capture the feel of the old video games in a board game format. So, I mean, these are harkening back to our childhood.
Yeah.
I mean,
the nostalgia is going to drive these. I'm not really sure how you capture the video game.
Yeah.
In that, but we'll see.
Yeah, they got me on the nostalgia.
Yeah.
And also in gaming news, if you're a Warhammer 40K fan, like
which I used to be.
Well, yeah.
I love the lore.
The lore is amazing. This is right up your alley, though. Book 3 of The Gathering Storm is finally out, and it's heralding the return of Rabuti Gilliman. However they... Rabuti is what they pronounce it, so I don't know.
British pronunciation. It's interesting.
The Primarch of the Ultramarines is alive once again, and they have a new model release for him.
And it looks awesome.
It is amazing. It's a $90 box set, but it includes Grandmaster Voldus of the Grey Knights and Cypher as well, a new Cypher model.
And Guilliman's a monster size. He's a Demon Prince size miniature.
Only not a Demon Prince Primarch, like Magnus the Red, who was released just a little while ago. But yeah, it looks awesome. And for those of you who have no idea of anything we just said, it's a 40K thing.
Yeah. And finally, in Star Wars book news, Timothy Zahn is releasing another Thrawn novel, and it is appropriately called Thrawn.
Yeah,
or Star Wars Thrawn. Yeah, he's the guy who created Thrawn, who's shown up in Rebels season 3.
Yeah,
he's super popular. He's probably, I would go so far as to say, he is probably the second or third most popular
extended universe.
Imperial person who's Imperial that's ever been.
Yeah,
behind Darth Vader, he's probably most people's favorite bad guy.
Right.
And you can get an excerpt from that novel, which releases April 6th in the USA Today. So if you do a Google search for USA Today Thrawn excerpt, you should get that. It sounds really cool. It's set when he joins the Empire.
Yes.
So to kind of show his rise in the Empire and how he becomes a player in that game.
Yes.
So there you go.
Great character. Great books. The Heir of the Empire series was amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't wait to read it.
He is awesome.
So, well, there you go, folks. That's it for this week. Please join us again next week for all your nerd news. And
don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button if you liked what you saw. Hit the bell to get reminders when we post any of our new videos. And we'd love to hear your thoughts on these stories or any news stories we missed.
And check out any of these videos over here that we have posted up here from our last show and our last podcast, which was a review of Logan. So, thank you.
Thank you.